When is the last time that credit card transaction fees were negotiated?
Representative, I believe that was 3 years ago. There was the Commonwealth, General Services put an RFP out for what we call merchant services, and it was negotiated at that time.
How often do you put RFPs out, or how often do they put RFPs out to renegotiate the terms?
I don't have the terms in front of me, but I'd say like every 5 years, every 5 to 7 years.
Okay. I just want to check on that because I know that a lot of people do business, a lot more business with debit cards and credit cards these days, and I know that eats into your margins. So the better rate that we can get on those transactions, the better, especially with the mere volume that you guys do.
I think we're over 60%.
Our plastic is rising, to your point. We're up over 63%, and it's climbing, so I couldn't agree with you more.
Okay. And coming from the banking world, that's also why I focus on that. I did want to talk about the point of sale software and the hardware. When's the last time that your software has been replaced or upgraded?
Software. We do employ some staff augmentation in our building right now on a yearly basis to maintain the software and develop patches and the upgrades.
So when's the last time you had a big overhaul? I know that there's...
The overhaul is 10 years old.
Okay.
Right, so that was a complete hardware software replacement back in 2008, 9.
Okay.
And we've been maintaining it since.
All right, so I guess I'll get to the crux of my next question. I've talked to several employees back home, and they say that they have hardware sitting in the back of their stores that was bought, never used, and it's still sitting back there. They're still using the old hardware. Can you comment on that? Was there a purchase made and then software wasn't implemented and then you bought new equipment and it hasn't been implemented yet? Anything like that sound familiar?
That's not true. I'd like to have a sidebar with you and
Absolutely.
check and see what stores, and I'll get you a clarification. We have a lot of equipment in our back room that puts the communications to and from central office in Harrisburg. But we are running the same POS system for 10 years now. I'm knocking on wood because it's running very well.
Okay.
And I'll just add for the conversation that we're in the process of doing an evaluation as to where we want to go, what our next step is.
Do you have a time frame on when you might do the next?
We're looking at a decision in the next 8 to 10 months.
Okay.
With implementation in the following year.
And I noticed, is that what the $9.1 million is being budgeted for to enhance that? Or to
yes,
start
it
that?
is.
Okay.
Yes, it is.
Just wanted to verify that.
7.9 million of that would be in hardware, and the 1.2 in
software.
In our software, maintaining our software, licensing, and so forth.
All right, and now kind of back to credit cards again. The card readers, those are all fully functional. I know there were a couple little glitches here and there, but are you planning to upgrade those next year as well, or has that already been established with the chips?
We just replaced all our pin pads in the stores this past October. It's a brand new system. It's working well, and it's independent of our decision going forward. If we get new hardware and software, it's a plug and play. So we just replaced all our pin pads, and all the pin and chip is working very well.
Okay, and the next questions I have are mainly about some of the contracts that you have, and I'm referring to them from the book. A lot of them start on page 11, 12, 13, from SkillNet to Deloitte to Oracle. Just wanted to make sure that everything was moving along as you had planned with those contracts as far as implementation and service. I know in the state we always seem to have a little bit of a problem implementing and rolling out IT projects, so I just wanted to give you the floor to update us on that.
SkillNet is our contractor for our point of sale system. Deloitte, other things, KPMG. We have reduced our IT dependency on consulting. I want to say over $4 million just in the last 15 months. So we have a lot less consultants in the building than...
Are you doing it more internally? Is that why the reduction?
We are doing it more internally. We're trying to recruit better employees, and what we're actually trying to do is bring a consultant in, have a product, have a knowledge transfer at the end of the term, and not just linger for years, and then at the term's over, then we terminate the contract.
Well, I certainly appreciate that as well as the taxpayers. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.